Stocks which are moving higher as we speak. Ashwini spoke about Karnataka Bank, that one consistently moving higher. And even if you take a look at Biocon, that one's at the high point of the day. Along with that, we have JSW Energy, a swift move coming by in the last 15 odd seconds, currently at the high point of the day. But one stock which has been buzzing for all through this year, in fact, from a 52-week low in March, this stock is up nearly 77%. That's Speciality Restaurants. Though remember, if you were a person who got the share at the IPO, it is still about 50% lower than the IPO issue price of 150 rupees. So what's up with the company? Is the worst behind? Has the GST rollout impacted them? Well, we'll get all these questions answered by the CFO, Rajesh Kumar Mohta, who's joined in now on the phone line. Thanks a lot, Rajesh, for joining in. First up, if you could tell me, the last year you posted a loss of close to 23 crore rupees. Since then, the stock has been on a tear. The street perhaps believes that the worst is behind the company. You had some positive commentary coming in your con call as well. Is the worst behind the company? More importantly, will you turn in the black in FY18?
See, answering your first question, basically, yes, the worst looks behind. Last year, there were a couple of restaurants which were not doing good, where we had to take a decision of shutting down those restaurants. And we have become very conservative in opening restaurants unless we find that the new restaurants are going to break even in 2 to 3 months' time. We are not opening restaurants. This is one positive. And secondly, what has happened on raw material front also, there is an advantage. We find there is a stability in the prices. Now, the only upswing which we look forward to is some spend increase, which would definitely turn favorably from an operating leverage point of view. And we hope things should look up in this particular financial year.
All right, Rajesh. So let's hope that things improve in this financial year. But quickly, you'll deliver a profit, right? Even though there could not be any, maybe there'll not be any top-line growth. Are you looking at maintaining it at 300 crores, or can we see top-line growth? And will you deliver net profit?
See, as far as top line is concerned, in any which ways, we hope that we would be stable at that number. Okay. It all depends in case of spend per increase and couple of restaurants getting opened. From a margin point of view, it's too early for me to say so at this point of time. But going forward, looks like we would be doing at least in black. At least whatever we made in cash profit last year, we should be up from there.
At least in black, you mean on the EBITDA front or the complete net profit front?
See, EBITDA front.
All right.
All right. Rajesh, I'm a happy customer, actually. I'll have to admit that. I visit some of your restaurants, and I'm happy on that front. But it's more about the shareholders on this show. So let's talk about them. You're sitting on a good amount of cash as well as current investments. Any possibility that you could return some wealth to some of your shareholders, maybe a buyback, maybe a dividend, something to spice things up? The stock is up already 50% in this year.
See, these are certain strategic calls which the board has to take, so it would be premature for me.
Are you thinking about it?
Not at this point of time, because I don't have any inkling on those. But definitely, if the board considers all those, we will be definitely coming out with those.
So you are open to returning the 69-70 crores current investments that you have to shareholders?
Mr. Mangalam, that's why I'm saying I'm restricting myself, because I will not be the right person to comment on that.
All right. Finally, before we let you go, what exactly has the impact of GST been so far? Has the rollout been smooth at your restaurants? And with input tax credits and all that, what exactly is the net impact to specialty restaurants?
See, from a GST perspective, in any which ways, this has worked very beneficial for the guests, primarily because if we take the VAT and the service tax component, which used to be 19.5 to 20.5, has got reduced to 18%, number one. On liquor, the 6% service tax, which was there, is no more there. So from a spend point of view, it has worked beneficial for the guests, both on food and liquor. And on the input tax, we are still working out how things are going to pan out, because the exact understanding is yet to come in. So definitely this pass on of, let's say, for instance, the tax reduction which is there is already being made available to the guests.
All right, Rajesh. Thanks so much for stopping by. And in fact,